Today I wanted to look at a couple of things, but the first thing I wanted to do, and I'm going to later on, we can do questions, answers. So people have questions and answers, great. But I wanted to talk about relax and stress. How many people feel stressed? What is stress? Talk to me about stress. What is it?
That's a vibration.
It's a vibration. Yeah?
I've got a theory of stress, and that is it's the difference between expectations and reality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Things are not going according to my plan. Yeah.
It's an attachment thing, at least for me.
Well, that's, yes.
Like I've got to, if I don't have stress, I have to do something to create it. So that there's.
Because you like it.
Yeah.
You like stress. Okay. So what is stress? What do you call stress?
Overwhelmed. No, I call stress.
Alive?
Yeah.
Vital? Living? Life?
It's a motivator.
A motivator?
Like important,
Big
like a gut
motivator
feeling.
for a lot of people. Stress is a motivator. So if you didn't have stress, would you all be lazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a no in there. Some have no, but a lot of yeses. So would I be wrong to encourage you to give up your stress? Say it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well then, by all means, you stay stressed. I'm going to let mine go. But don't stop me. You know, don't stop you. I'm not going to stop you from being stressed. I'm going to not be stressed though. I'm going to work on not being stressed.
May I add something here again?
Sure.
Yeah, and that is maybe we're conflating stress with that gap that we need, that little bit of a increase in the high jump bar in order to develop some particular skill or something.
So
That's what I can sense in the audience there, that there's a conflation of ideas. They need the stress in order to feel alive.
right. So it's
Whereas
in
I
order
don't
to
need
be
stress to feel alive. I just need to feel some kind of gap in my skills or something, so that I feel as if I'm growing.
you're growing. So it's your challenge. So stress does challenge. Challenge.
Yeah, but I don't think of stress as challenge. I think of stress as stress.
Stress as stress. So could you do challenged without being stressed?
Yeah, I think it's a different feeling. It's like a nice stretching of the muscles.
Okay. Do you do that normally?
No, mostly I seem to. More often the stress takes over
Okay.
than the challenge.
Challenge. Okay. So challenge produces what's a challenge? And Max, you can answer that. What's a challenge?
Yeah, a challenge is, well, for example, if you are going to learn anything, something new, you have to be put out of your comfort zone and until you then learn the skills in order to re-establish equilibrium. So with any, like, learning a language or something, you set little goals, you learn that particular thing that you're trying to learn, and if there's a challenge at the beginning, you're straining, but you've always got this idea that there is a goal in mind. But with stress, there is no goal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do people equate stress and work? Because what you're talking about, challenge, in your explanation is pretty much about work, doing work. It's a work. You're working,
Being productive.
being productive. You're working, and so there's a gap, as you said, between the where I am and where I want my skill to be, and so I have to be challenged. So I have to be aware that there's a gap, and then I work to do that, to get to
just
there.
like with the Yoga Sutras class or learning Icelandic with Aaron, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a challenge.
It's a challenge, so it's work. Whereas a
Yeah.
lot of people will stress and equate stress with work. So if I'm stressing, I'm working. And as you said, and there's an enmeshing that can happen with it. It can be a combination of the two in that way. But the stress when people stress, do they feel like they're working harder than they may actually be working?
Yeah, like you care more.
Care more. And hold on, go ahead. What did you want?
No, go ahead.
And so that then that working or that stressing will make me feel like I am doing a harder and better job than you may be doing, who is just working and going about the business. So that stress is not very efficient. And if you're actually working to and facing a challenge without stress, then you look like you're not actually caring, working, doing. Whereas I could be working at probably 20% of my capacity, but I am so stressed out that I look like I am really, really, putting all my effort into it.
I was going to say that people who are stressed out and they make it sound like they're really doing something, but you can see they do nothing about it.
Which is what Max was saying. It doesn't have a goal. The goal is just the stress. Stress is the product. It's the goal. It's what you work for, and it produces. And so, what's the positive of it? What are you getting out of it? What do you get with stress? Yeah.
Well, as I was saying, a lot of people, if there's nobody around to victimize them, they can be victims of stress.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it gets them sympathy, and,
Yes.
and it allows them to pity themselves.
Yes.
Um,
And if there are people around, it gives you the opportunity to get sympathy.
to get sympathy, and also to fend them off,
Mm-hmm.
if that's
Yeah.
what you want to do.
Yes, because
Or-
I'm working so hard. Don't ask me to do one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I've
Yeah.
been doing so much. Don't ask me to do one more thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the other thing I'd throw in there, I was going to say a couple of minutes ago, is for me, usually work is usually happy.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get into work, but when I'm doing work, sometimes the work can be dull. It's usually ranges from neutral to actually fun
Mm-hmm.
when you're actually doing work. But where stress comes in, stress for me is a function of time. If I feel as though I don't have enough time or enough hours in the day to get everything done that I would like to get done. But usually, I set that up for myself anyway.
Also,
So-
if I remove the stress, I usually have more time than
Yeah, you're much more efficient. I think it's kind of
Right.
a truism when you're not stressed.
So, and that time is a big piece in the stress factor, as you were saying. So if I remove the stress and I'm just going about my business and just working and doing the work and at the task, lo and behold, I find it finished a lot sooner. I had the time, and I haven't been spinning. But if I spin, then I create a narrative of stress. Because stress is a narrative. I'm stressed out. It's too much. I've had it. I'm over the top. Can't you see I'm working? Can't you see? Don't ask me. there are these phrases that people use. So when we find ourselves stressed, because most of us will find ourselves stressed, what do we then, and our clue would probably be those phrases that we're saying internally, and I can't do this, this is too much, on and on and on. What do we do?
Practice.
Okay, but what does that mean? I want to relax, right? I want to decrease the stress. What do I have to do?
I would say give up both stress and relaxation.
Mm.
You want to shut everything up.
You want to shut everything up, but you're
No,
not going to get there right away.
Yeah.
So have to go to relax. Yeah.
I was gonna say, just be stressed. Like, thinking about different things. If I'm stressed about something, and a particular something, because I feel like there are like different levels of the stress,
Mm-hmm.
and then the causes are different. If I just think of like schoolwork, like the stress would be a motivator for me to get it done, and then, but when I'm there, it's almost like, okay, I can't deal with the stress. I just have to do this. So let's just do this,
Mm-hmm.
and that will help break the stress a little bit because I'm actually accomplishing.
Right.
It may be louder, but there's like that grinding.
Okay, so the acknowledgement that I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I have a lot of stress. I'm stressed. Okay. So do I want to continue to just sit here and go, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Maybe for a while. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Are we getting bored? I'm stressed. What happens if I just say that?
Nothing gets done.
Nothing gets done. Absolutely nothing gets done. But internally, what starts to happen?
Starts to kind of break.
You lose
Break
the
it.
passion.
You lose your attachment to it. Start to lose the attachment to it. So then I go, okay, so then it's not, I don't have the grip. It doesn't have that intense grip of stress, anxiety, stress. You say, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm really stressed. Okay, and then I can feel physically. Let it go. I'm stressed. Oh, right, there it is. I can see it. It becomes an object. That's when we objectify it, becomes an object. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm stressed. Okay, so I can let it go out of my body. And then a minute later, well, let it go. Okay, let it go. So I let it go physically. Keep letting it go. I'm really stressed. Really stressed. Not because what happens if you say, I gotta relax?
You two need to
Get
drink
stressed.
You get stressed. Absolutely, you get stressed. I gotta relax. I gotta relax. If I don't relax, I'm gonna just absolutely. Yeah. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. We don't want to admit that. Why?
You feel like you lost.
You lost. You're a failure. You're not a really good practitioner if you're stressed. You're a loser. Okay, so I'm a loser. I'm really stressed. And then you start to, oh, okay, let go. Then what? Then what's next? I've let it go out of the body. Let my body, it's like, all right, I've let it go in my body. Then what do I have to do?
Take care of business.
Not yet.
Maybe ahead, but isn't there like just like a resting, just like a being where you are, and then it gradually kind of brings you down.
Right, so internally, the mind has to quiet. Because, okay, I'm going to sit quietly. I'm going to sit quietly. Am I quiet? No, I'm still stressed. But my shoulders are down. They've let go. Where haven't I let go? My head. Yeah. Just. Because I'm so sure, I'm rationalizing, I'm doing no. So, oh wow, look at it going. Wow, wow. I am so stressed. It is going so fast. I can't even see the thoughts. I'm so caught up in this. Okay, let that go. Now, at that point, I can now put my attention back toward my heart. Right? And then I look, okay, what do I need to do? And you talk about taking care of business. I'm not quite ready to take care of the big business, so I'm going to take care of small things first. I don't want to climb Mount Everest just yet. I'm going to stick to the base camp foothills. And then, okay, oh my God, I got to do that other thing. Let go. So I do the process again, and I keep on letting go. Keep letting go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go of the thoughts. Let it go. Redirect the attention. Now let's see if I can walk into this activity without that. And it'll come back. It's going to come in waves. It's going to come up. So that then I can learn to work without the stress. I don't need the stress to motivate me, to make me feel that I'm really working really hard. I don't need it in any, I don't need to get friends. How many people? I don't need the sympathy. I don't need the friends. I don't need any of it. No, I'm just going about my business. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for you, Max? Mm-hmm. Okay.
What was it? I didn't quite understand the last bit about that. I don't need the friends. What was that part?
Because a lot of people will use their stress in order to get friends. Right. They're going to use them to get sympathy.
Is that like misery?
Misery loves company.
Misery loves company. And I'm going to do, and you got to remember though, misery loves company, but you cannot have as much misery as I do. So I have more stress than you do. And as long as you know that, we're good friends.
So true.
It's all about me.
So, everybody get that? Great impetus for friendship. Not. Okay. Yeah.
So I have a question. So maybe this is slightly different, but like working through stress, I can get to where you said, like where we kind of ended, and then the task or the tasks will finish.
Right.
After that finishes, there's a relief, but then there's also another stress because it's almost like and maybe it's like a structure thing. Like then I feel like I kind of like lose all that discipline. I lose all that until the next occasion with all the tasks again.
Right. Okay. So then you get stressed. Okay. So I get another reason for stress. I don't have any work. It's the same thing. So I don't have any work. Am I willing to just sit here and be stressed? Because I can be stressed and not do any work, correct? That's pretty much the way stress works. So I don't have to work. I'm done. I finished my tasks. I have no structure. What's then happening? It's back to Max's thing about expectation because I'm then lazy. I don't have anything. No, I can actually relax. but you need to have something. This thing is going to start going. No, it's okay. I have nothing. I can sit here and do nothing. Because if I am at the mercy of structure, then I am driven to structure. It is more important to me than what's appropriate. So that then structure, I will seek structure out inappropriately at least 50% of the time. Whereas if structure doesn't run me and unstructured doesn't run me, then I can learn to be, unstructured, I can do this. Very much, if you read my book, do I like structure? Yeah, love structure. Love structure, always love structure, very much committed to having structure, so that then Baba has me not participate in the structure, but then get people who don't like structure to get to the structure. So what's my job is to wander around in an unstructured fashion to get people, to find people who don't like unstructured, to get to the structured environment. And it got to a point where, okay, structure, no structure, okay. And the small self is going to, that adjustment, there's a transition that you have to go through. So I could go really stressed because I finished all the tasks. Or I can just go, okay, I'm going to sit here like this for a few minutes. And then I can, that's okay. So my appropriate work right now is to not have structure. And that's the appropriate work for me right now.
And that's more subtle than,
Right.
yeah, so then that's just a different level.
Yep. Yep. Okay, then what I would like is for us to practice. But I'm not going to make it easy. So everybody get comfortable. Okay, get up in your head. Some of you it's really easy. Get up in your head. Now get out of your head. Redirect your attention. Let go and redirect your attention into the heart. And keep boring back. And back. And back. And let go of everything up in that head. All the energy, withdraw the energy out of the head. Okay, now come back in your head. Hurt some nose, come back in your head. Gotta come back in your head. Up in the head. Up in your head. We do this unconsciously all day long. So now we're going to do it consciously. Up in the head. Good. Now, out of the head. Out of the head. Let it go. Let go of everything in the head. Let it go. Withdraw the energy out. Pour into the heart. Everything in the head. Okay, come back in the head. Back up in the head. What are you going to do this afternoon? What are you going to do later on today? What do I have to do? We can stress a little bit. If you'd like, you could stress. You could figure out your list, work, everybody up. You do it anyways. This is the narrative, the wonderful story that we listen to all day long, thinking it's a spectacular, absolutely Oscar-winning screenplay. Shocked that nobody would ever write this screenplay, because we are so committed to listening to it all the time. Best thing. Okay? Out of the head, down. Into the heart. More in. Let go of everything in the head. Don't put the letters together. Still the vibrations. Let go of the 5 senses. Personality. Emotions. They're vehicles, not you. The physical body. Vehicles, not who you are. You use them. Thoughts, ideas, all subtle vibrations, let them go. Go in. Go in. Now, can you stay in your heart and enliven each vehicle, each grosser and grosser from the subtlest? Keep moving forward. But you stay in your heart. And if you do this, would we then be stressed? Would we have to relax? No. Would we be enlivening appropriately each of our vehicles and then using them? Are we our vehicles then?
No.
No. Are we our thought forms?
No.
you.